There's a lot of magic.
There's
in
two
the
over
circle.
here.
Never ending and never beginning, and that's what we're representing this morning. Never ending, never beginning, always together.
I think this is good.
Eternity. Okay. I start? Okay. Oh, that's right. I get to start. Good morning, everybody. My name is Reverend Fairy Elaine Silver, and I'm going to be your minister this morning. And happy autumn, happy fall. I think it turned fall at about 8:23 this morning. That's when it happened. And I was driving here, so I didn't notice the difference from summer to fall. But anyway, this song is called Pendulum, and it's about, you know how a pendulum swings for a little while that way, then a little while that way. And the most we can hope for is balance. And I think we all know that what happens in the equinoxes, we have balance. We have 12 hours of day, 12 hours of night, 12 hours of dark, 12 hours of light. So let's get everybody in the circle. Come on in the circle. There's two right here. Come on, ladies.
Right here. Yep, and then there's another one. We need Susan.
See, I knew we needed more chairs. Okay. All right. So this is called Pendulum, as I said, and you know how things go like this. So, it could be a minute like this and a minute like that, or it could be 5,000 years like this, like patriarchy, right? And like that. So the most we can intend for, I think, and hope for is some balance in our lives. So pendulum. My eyes are open, my vision is clear, my heart once broken has mended the fear. Time is the healer, the pendulum swings, one voice, one silent, so sweetly now sings. Embrace the laughter, embrace the gifts of life, embrace the universe, embraced by the light. Embrace the challenges, embrace the pain, embrace the sunshine, embraced by the rain. Time is the healer, the pendulum swings, one voice, one silent, so sweetly now sings. My eyes are open, my vision is clear, my heart once broken has mended the fear. Pendulum. Okay, Shelley. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning and welcome. My name is Shelley. I'm your worship associate today for the service of the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship of Port Charlotte, or Charlotte County. Let us gather together with these words from Amanda Schubert. We are glad you are here. Everyone is welcome. If this is your first time here or your 101st time here, we are glad you are here. If you carry the weight of a weary world on your shoulders, or you enter through the doors with a song in your heart and a skip in your step, we are glad you are here. If you are the loudest voice in the town square, that would be me, or the subtle hand behind the scenes, we are glad you are here. If you have failed once or 1,000 times, we are glad you are here. If you sing like angels, like Elaine, or mumble behind the hymnal, we are glad you are here. The community is what it is because of your presence. So welcome into this space of love, support, justice, compassion, fellowship, and worship. We are glad you are here.
You are.
This service is being broadcast live on YouTube, if I'm correct, and will be available as a recording on the UUFCC YouTube channel after the service. Please remember to put your phones in meditation mode. For those of you who are listening to us or joining us virtually, please, if you wish, bring a candle or to light as your chalice or a chalice during the ritual. I wish to express my gratitude to all those who make this service possible, the technology team, the building and ground team, our greeters, our music folks, our kitchen folks, and our office staff. We love you all. I also wish to express my gratitude for those who support our fellowship with their financial support through pledges. Welcome everyone to a space where diversity is celebrated, where all paths are honored, and where justice and love are our guiding principles. We are grateful for your presence and the unique gifts you bring to our community. Let us journey together in search of truth, justice, and compassion, embracing the beauty of our shared humanity. If you're new here or returning from a long time, please stand and body your spirit or wave and state your name, your first name, and where you're from so that we may welcome you. And I do know we have somebody returning from a long time.
Yes.
Nope. My battery's dead?
Mine? No.
Check, check.
Okay. All right.
Carry on.
I'll carry on. Never mind. If you're new at home and would like to get more information about our fellowship, you can email the office at uufcc.org or visit our website at uufcc.org. And wherever you are, we're glad you have chosen to spend your time with us this morning. Mike, if you wouldn't mind coming up and lighting the chalice. I'll read to you The Balance We Seek by Sharon Wiley. A crescent moon in the dark silhouette of evergreen trees against a deep blue night sky. The hours of day and night are in balance. In honor of earth-centered traditions that celebrate this time of year, we observe that flaming chalice holds the elements of our four directions: earth, air, fire, water. The lamp oil for earth, the air that feeds the flame, the fire we light, and the chalice itself, the cup, the symbol of water. We light our chalice and reflect on the balance we seek in our lives, the balance we seek in our hearts, the balance we seek in our world. Please repeat the words on your order of service as we conclude the chalice lighting. Love is the spirit of this fellowship, and service is its law. This is our aspiration, to dwell together in peace, to seek truth in love, and to help one another. I know we had in order to move this to Rev. Elaine a lot more faster than we would do it normally, let's go on to the Book of Stones in Life. Right, so in our community, the Book of Life is a tapestry where we weave together the threads of our joys and concerns. Ooh, I don't think I have the Book of Life. Could somebody get the Book of Life for me?
It's the Book of Love. Who wrote the Book of Life? The Book of Love.
I'm sorry, I should have grabbed that before the
That's
service.
okay.
Uh-oh. I said I'm sorry, Lori.
Are you sorry you said it?
I'm sorry, I said I'm sorry. Thank you so much. Oh, all right. In the Book of Life for 9/22/24, it's blank. So we'll move on to. You think? No, I don't think Dennis's was new.
think we're going to need more chairs for the circle.
I think you're right.
Yeah, they like this
I
ritual.
underestimated this.
Come on down. Well, it's a whole new season.
Yes, in a second. All right. Our Book of Life offers you the opportunity to share your joys, sorrows, and life milestones with the rest of us by writing them in this Book of Life that happens to be empty today. And if you want to, you can email it to us at bookoflife@uufcc.org by Saturday before the service.
Thank you. What's going on?
I'm just waiting for everybody to get settled. Settling is important.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Now we're going to lock the doors. No.
No, don't lock the
I'm just kidding.
And now we'll get a mic. Okay. Corey will hand me the mic, and if you want to, you feel like you need to talk about your joys and sorrows and share them with the fellowship, please come up, state your name, and the stones are right over here. I feel trapped by the microphone. The stones are over here, as is a mic in his hand. Please be brief, and remember that this will be on YouTube and shared with everybody.
I'll go first because I had the mic. So you guys might have noticed the past last week and 2 weeks before that I was not here. I attended some football tryouts with my team, the Predators, and I am happy to inform you I did make the cut.
Mazel tov.
So that's going to be one stone for me. The next stone is, some of you people may notice, but especially the people that came to my movie birthday viewing, 2 days ago was Brandon's birthday. He would have been 48. So yeah, I just want to drop a stone in for him. And then my last one's going to be a sorrow because Janet's not here, and I honestly feel lost without her not keeping my butt in line. So.
This is a sorrow, and I contributed to the art wall this morning. There's a little collage I made of something that I discovered very recently, and it's the trees that are planted in Charlotte County and intended to be replacement trees, I guess, for many that were lost, and they're barricaded. They might call it a support, but they're strangled, they're suffocated. And you know how you'll drive by and you just see these trees. You don't stop to look at them. Well, I stopped to look, and on Harbor Boulevard alone, there's more than 15 laying there dead because they're crumbling to death. So it's extremely sorrowful to look at. And having alerted authorities, there's been no reprieve. So I have a little something if you might want to look at it, and I thank you.
This is as far as I can go. I have a joy. We've been gone for 3 weeks to West Virginia, Ohio, and Kentucky. We made it out alive and back here, and I was looking around here thinking about how much I appreciate this congregation.
Yeah.
Thank everyone.
Beautiful.
Hi, everyone. My name is Carlos Barrett. I've been away for a while up north. I'm happy to be back. See, there are some changes. And this is, I got quite a few things. So I'll try to be brief. The first one is on July, I went up north to be with my family and friends. So in July, I did go to, made a trip with my cousin to Ghana, Africa. Okay. And it was very nice trip and emotional at times because of the history of it. So that was good. The second one is that my daughter's wedding in August in Connecticut was very beautiful. Everything went well. I got to meet my extended family. My daughter's husband is half Black American, half Japanese. So I had to blend with the Japanese family, so that was very exciting. Okay? The next stone is a lot that I did in the summer out there. So the next stone is that I did, as you know, I do a little bit of Latin jazz music. And so I went into the studio and I did the Latin twist to the classic of Burt Bacharach and Hal Davis, The Look of Love. Yes, there is a video. I put a little on YouTube. I put some flyers out there in the table, so it would be nice if you would look at it. I will also be at Lula Dinner Dance on October the 5th, with my DJ Louis Munoz. So I'm gonna do a performance there. If you please join us and contribute to the cause. And so there's a video, and you can also, the song is also on Spotify and Amazon Music and all of these streaming platforms. And the last one is that in the last 2 weeks before I headed back to here, I met someone that I kind of falling in love with. As some of you know, I'm a widow. My wife passed away about 8 years ago, and all that. So I guess, I kind of beginning to get back into things. So glad to be here, glad to see all my friends, and thank you for listening to me.
All right, John. Good job.
Oh, I know.
Just two quick joys. Today is actually, besides the autumn equinox, my mother's 85th birthday. And she just had gallstone surgery about 2 weeks ago, but is healing fine and will be back with us in about 2 weeks, I believe. So I'm very happy with her. And my partner, Elkin, is currently on about 5.5 weeks into his travels through Mexico, all of the Central American countries except Belize, and has just reunited with his family in Colombia. He's in Cartagena right now. Right. So he'll be returning this coming week too. So two joys in my life that are happening today.
Put the stones in, yes.
Do you want to say something? Nope. No? Oh, you're just the carrier of the mic? Yeah, that's all. What a guy.
Okay, I have two stones. The first one is, and I hate to follow up all this happiness with a little bit of sadness. A few weeks ago, I told you that a friend of mine in Amsterdam got hit by an e-bike, and he was transferred to Germany. And he passed away last Sunday. And it was just one thing after another. That's what happens when I guess you get a little bit older. And, he developed sepsis, and things just started failing. So please hold Sandy in our hearts and thoughts and prayers as she comes home. She came home yesterday from Germany. She's been there for 2 months and trying to acclimate to her new life. I'm not done yet. Okay. I feel challenged today. Oops. And this final stone I place in the water is for all of us. May we hold these in our unspoken joys and sorrows in our hearts. May we also hold one another in love and tenderness, so that this fellowship may be a source of strength and comfort, courage and hope in the days and the weeks ahead. Let us take a moment of silence as I ring the bowl.
I wanted to acknowledge my friend and mentor. Her name is Eclipse Faye, and she's a priestess, and she had me come up to Rowe Conference Center in Massachusetts many times in the early part of this century to be the resident priestess and fairy priestess for women's circles, which became Women's Soul, beautiful retreat for women. And she would always start out the ritual. She'd ring her bell and she'd go, "'Tis time, 'tis time, 'tis time to remember the old ways, the ancient ways, the women's ways, the sacred ways." And then we would start our ritual. So I'm going to start with a song that was inspired by that. It's called "'Tis Time." 'Tis time, 'tis time, 'tis time to remember the old ways. 'Tis time, 'tis time, 'tis time to remember. 'Tis time. Can we sing that together? 'Tis time, 'tis time, 'tis time to remember the old ways. 'Tis time, 'tis time, 'tis time to remember. 'Tis time. There's knowledge in the ethers and secrets in the land. Sacred are these blessings and ours at our command. 'Tis time, 'tis time, 'tis time to remember the old ways. 'Tis time, 'tis time, 'tis time to remember. 'Tis time. All right, so 'tis time. We're going to begin by casting the circle. And so we're in a circle. I know there's two people not in the circle, so we have to be in a circle to do this. So come on over. We're going to stand. And what we're going to do is we're going to stand up and we're going to be able to grab the person stand or take the person stand next to us. You can come over here, you guys. There's room here.
I can make room.
Okay. And
I'll just sit closer to Elaine. She likes me anyway.
I love her. Okay. So we're not going to take hands yet. That's how we pass the circle. So that was good. We're going to see, because our feminine part is, and that's the part that receives. And our masculine side, we were doing balance too, is the side that gives. So I'm going to take Mike's hand and I'm going to say, in the balance of the equinox, our circle is cast. Can we all say that just? In the balance of the equinox, our circle is cast. In the balance of the equinox, our circle is cast.
In the balance of the equinox, our circle is cast. In the
Stand up, right hand down.
equinox, our circle is cast.
In the balance of the equinox.
In the balance of the equinox, our circle has cast. In the balance of the equinox, our circle has cast.
In the balance of the equinox, our circle is
In the balance of the equinox, our circle is cast.
In the balance of the equinox, our circle is cast.
In the balance of the equinox, our circle is cast.
In the balance of the equinox, our circle is cast. In the balance of the equinox, our circle is cast. In the balance of the equinox, our circle is cast.
In the balance of the equinox, our circle is cast.
Balance of the equinox, our circle is cast. In the balance of the equinox, our circle is cast. In the balance of the equinox, our circle is cast.
In the balance of the equinox, our circle is cast.
circles of the equinox where circle is cast.
In the balance of the equinox, our circle is cast.
The balance of the equinox, our circle is cast.
Then the balance of the equinox, our circle is cast.
In the balance of the equinox, our circle is cast.
One more time, everyone.
In the balance of the equinox, our circle is cast.
This is about creating, you can look, this is about creating sacred space within sacred space, because there's been a lot of beautiful rituals happening here. So the next little ceremony that I'm going to lead us in is calling the directions. And is that way east? I'm trying to figure out which way is east.
South.
Okay, so
South.
then.
This is north.
So,
North.
so east would be this way.
Right.
Okay, so we're gonna, it goes like this. East, south, west, and north, 4 directions calling forth. Add 3 more. We now have 7 below, above, within, to heaven. Can we try that? East, south, west, and north, 4 directions calling forth. Add 3 more. We now have 7 below, above, within, to heaven. Mother, Father, sky, deep, deep down and way up high, honoring the sacred time. We are human and divine. East, south, west, and north, 4 directions calling forth. Add 3 more. We now have 7 below, above, within, to heaven. All right, so we can all have a seat. I'll carry on. All right, so our next ritual is a blessing. And typically, when we have time and there's not so many people, there's this chalice, and each person gives and receives a blessing. So what did you say your name is? Mike. Okay, so I would take the chalice with the water, and I would say, I, Fairy Elaine, bless thee, Mike, and I would anoint his forehead, thou art divine being, or thou art goddess, whatever you would want to say. But because we don't have time for that, do you know who Barbara Walker is? She's still alive. She's in Sarasota. She's a good friend of mine. She was another mentor. I met her in New Jersey. She taught me a pentagram blessing, and she said this predated the sign of the cross. And it goes like this. So we're going to start at the forehead, and I'll teach it to you, and then we'll do it together. But you'd say I at your forehead. You go to your right breast, your name, Fairy Elaine. You go to your left shoulder, bless myself, to the right shoulder, for I am one. Left breast, with the goddess or with all, blessed be. Okay, we'll do it a couple of times because it's. I love this though. Okay, we ready? I, your name, Fairy Elaine. Bless myself, for I am one with the goddess.
With the goddess.
Blessed be. Should we do it one more time? Okay. I, Fairy Elaine, bless myself, for I am one with the goddess. Blessed be. All right. So we've all been blessed. And we did. See, we don't even have to go to a priest to get blessed. We can bless ourselves, can't we? That's what I like about this pagan thing, earth-based spirituality. So I'm going to just talk a little bit about the equinox. I'm going to read a little bit of information that I have. And it's the cycle of the earth around the sun spiritually symbolizes light and darkness and life and death. Because, death is a part of life. In this physical realm, nothing lasts forever. Nothing is forever in the physical. It starts in the spiritual, the mental, the spiritual. It moves with the law, and it comes down and it manifests. And then it's here for a little while, and then it goes right back out, right back into the unmanifest. This is happening constantly. So with summer, the summer solstice, we have the beginnings of new creation, and with the winter solstice, the ending and death, metaphorical of course, but also related to nature's cycle. This whole cycle of the seasons also brings into mind a sense of life as being continual and never ending. And that's why we have the circle, because it's continual, never ending. And the eternal notion of rebirth, it could also be interpreted as reincarnation. There is a deep spiritual metaphor and resonance. And ancient cultures were very much in touch with these cycles and made very accurate circular calendars to record them. They even built sacred structures that aligned with these sun cycles. You know, things like Stonehenge, you know, the different standing stones. Equinox, which we have today, 8/23, I think it happened. It's the length of day and night is equal. This time represents our own need for balance of the yin-yang and the male-female energies, and also the spiritual and human. You know, we're human spirits. We're physical spirits. Balanced equilibrium is an ideal state for our lives. This is when we now head into autumn, preparing for the long period of darkness that winter brings when nights get longer than the days due to the diminishing sun. Now you have to remember that this ritual, this started in Great Britain in that area. So that was when they had real big seasons. Like we don't have so much the seasons as we do up north. And I'm from New Jersey, so you know we had winter and we had summer. But I love to celebrate them. And so it's also a time of the harvest after the summer fruits, where we are guided to be grateful for the seeds that have already been sown. So, you know, Thanksgiving happens in the autumn. And when we think about the seeds that are sown for the future, we do that. We sow seeds in the now present moment. We can sow seeds of ideas into our minds, which will create our future. One belief at a time. We create our future in the now. We can. We don't, not everybody does it, but when we're clear and we know what we want, we can set those intentions and then reap the benefits. This is also about facing our own darkness as we head towards the death, endings, blankness, spirituality, represented by winter. So this is the perfectly manifested time to take a look at our own inner darkness hiding within us, our shadow side. You know, we all have a shadow side. Whatever has a front has a back. You know, there's no power of dark, but we can't really know the light unless there's darkness. The dark is an absence of light, but you know, we need that contrast to be able to see that. So it's a symbolic period of journeying, and it's a good time to start to journal. You know, think about your ideas, your feelings, and if you get them down on paper or on the computer, it can be very cathartic and very healing. So it's a time of inner reflection and preparation before the colder months arrive. It's about inner work, going within and taking stock and inventory of our lives. Honor your journey thus far as you reflect, rebalance, and recalibrate. So I'm going to move into something that's a little lighter. So also mentioned is something called the tween times, the between times. So the equinox is a between time. It's between summer and fall, and it's between winter and spring. And the solstices are the tween time. Also, twilight. You know, we have the day and the night, but in between day and night, there's that twilight time. That's a rare time. Full moon, rare time. New moon, blue moon. These are rare times. And these are really good times to go down to the beach and look at the sparkles on the water, or go into the woods, or look at a tree. And you can, if you concentrate on a leaf on a tree, it'll start to move. And we can call that fairy energy. So it's a good time to look for fairies. You know, I mean, it's all energy. So I have a song that I wrote a long time ago, actually, for the autumn, for the equinox, and it's called the Autumn Equinox Chant. And the chorus is, it's the equinox of autumn, the balance of day and night. It's the equinox of autumn, we're balancing dark and light. You remember that? It's the equinox of autumn. That happened twice. The balance of day and night, equinox of autumn. We're balancing dark and light. It goes like this. It's the equinox of autumn, the balance of day and night. It's the equinox of autumn. We're balancing dark and light. Let's try that together. It's the equinox of autumn, the balance of day and night. It's the equinox of autumn. We're balancing dark and light. Doing great. The fairies call this the tween time, when magic is at hand. They will carry you to the borderline, where the goddess can hear your plan. Especially if you're clear, you want to tell the goddess your ideas. It's the equinox of autumn, the balance of day and night. It's the equinox of autumn. We're balancing dark and light. Energy that makes us all goes from summer to fall, revolving in a circle game, and we're all part of the flame. Come on. It's the equinox of autumn, the balance of day and night. It's the equinox of autumn. We're balancing dark and one more time. It's the equinox of autumn, the balance of day and night. It's the equinox of autumn. We're balancing dark and light. Good job, everybody. Thank you. Yes. Okay. So, what I have here now is we have aiming for perfect balance, and I talked a little bit about planting seeds and setting intentions. I am a certified passion test facilitator, and the passion test, it's a 3-hour workshop. I don't really do it too much anymore because it's a lot of talking. It was hard on my voice to talk for 3 hours and hardly sing at all. But I do want to share with you 2 principles, basically the main principles of what is called the passion test. It's a very simple yet very profound method of finding out what it is you want. What are your passions? And to find when you know what your passions are, a lot of times you know what your purpose is. So the first principle of this passion test is about clarity. Clarity. And the promise is, when we are clear, what we want shows up in our life, and only to the extent that we are clear. So that's one part of manifesting, clarity. Okay, so the second principle of the passion test is called a creation process. And this process, this changed my life, literally changed me. So we have a clear intention. We know what it is that we want, or we want to continue to have come. And we set a clear intention. We do it in the now present moment to keep it coming, to continue it or to have it come at the perfect time. So we set a clear intention. And I always like to add this or something better, because we don't want to limit source. And that's the source of all suffering, is when we want it to be other than how it is. That's when we suffer. It could be big suffering or little suffering, but that's what it is. So then we apply the law of attraction. So we can put our attention on our intention. What we focus on gets bigger, whether we like it or not. Did you ever notice? You're going down a rabbit hole being angry and annoyed, and then more stuff comes to be annoying to us. And so a good way out of that is to go take a nap or go meditate or wake up the next morning, because we always have a new beginning. The next day is a new beginning. But it's really powerful to understand that what we put our attention on grows. So if we can put our attention on our intention, we have it. However, the part of the creation process, the third step, is what changed me. Because I'm really good at like focusing and getting what I want and get out of the way. I'm doing this, here I am. Well, we set the intention with attention, but we do this with no tension. Can you imagine? No tension. Because when the tension comes in, now we can actually, it works sometimes to force it to happen. That will work, but it will get exhausting and we will burn out. Trust me. And so for me to find out, oh, well, I can just allow what is, because then I can know that or something better. And we don't know. Again, we don't want to limit. So intention, attention, no tension. And so what happens if we are clear on what we want, but we start noticing tension? I mean, that's a big thing to notice, the tension. That is when we think we know better than how it is, because when we're putting off tension, that means we don't have it yet. You know, we're trying to make it happen. It can work a little bit, but what happens is when we notice the tension, that's when the ego takes over. And it's not bad to have an ego. We can't be human beings without an ego, but it's that ego that thinks it knows better than what is. I mean, it takes a lot of ego just to be a human being, just to wake up in the morning and get up and do this, you know, do what we're doing. But when our ego takes over to where we're noticing tension in what we want, that's the ego, that ego, edges God out, because we think we know better than what is. And when I started to relax and allow, my life changed. And I'm not saying I never get tensed up or try to push for it to happen, but it's just a good thing to notice. So do you remember the first principle? Clarity. When we are clear, what we want shows up, and only to the extent that we're clear. It's so great to have a clear intention, because when we're clear on what it is, then spirit can work through a clear channel. And then remember, intention, attention, what's the third one? Okay, say it with me. Intention, attention, no tension. Okay. That's what I wanted to teach you today. So I'm going to move on. This is a quotation from 2017 from the Wimoon. You know the book Wimoon? It comes out every year. It's a calendar. It's a women's. Wimoon is a different way to say woman. It's a wee moon. It comes from some place on the West Coast. But anyway, this is an excerpt by someone named Sherry Rose Walker. No relation to Barbara. So she says, "This day of perfect equilibrium between day and night is a moment to pause, reflect on what needs attending as we cross the threshold to the waning of the year. We turn inward, measure the mood of trees on the mountain, or trees in the flatness, as roots deepen and the leaves begin their litanies of surrender. We need to go to earth, sink our own roots deep, muse and dream. What settles deeply now and arises after winter's austerities will shape the newborn spring world." So we set our intentions in the now moment and we reap the benefits for our future. So that's Sherry Rose Walker. And I have a brand new song that I wrote this in the past couple weeks, but I finished it yesterday. And you know, if we want to manifest, did you ever do ohms? Have you ever done ohms? You know, that is the universal sound of creation, and that will cement our ideas if we can, and especially if you believe it. You know, what's done unto you as you believe. So I'm going to teach you the ohm part of the song. It goes like this. Om, om. Try that with me. I want you to think of something that you'd like. Just think of a desire that you have. We can use the group energy to see if we can help you manifest it. And again. is also your part. 12 hours of day, 12 hours of night, 12 hours of dark, 12 hours of light. 12 hours of day, 12 hours of night, 12 hours of dark, 12 hours of light. One more. 12 hours of day, 12 hours of night, 12 hours of dark, 12 hours of light. It's the balance of the equinox. It helps in removing blocks in the balance of the equinox. In the balance of the equinox. Here we're gathered in the round. What we're feeling is so profound when spirit's light is all around. Time to make that sacred sound. Here we go. Oh. Oh, 12 hours of day, 12 hours of day, 12 hours of night, 12 hours of dark, 12 hours of light, 12 hours of day, 12 hours of night, 12 hours of dark, 12 hours of light. It's the balance of the equinox. It helps in removing blocks in the balance of the equinox. In the balance of the equinox. Time to make that sacred sound with both feet planted on the ground. The universal sound of creation, bringing transformation. Come on. In the balance of the equinox, come on. In the balance of the equinox. In the balance of the equinox. In the balance of the equinox. One long om. And so it is. All right. That was fun. Thank you so much. Well, so now I'm going to hand it right back over to Shelley for the offering.
Thank you. In our tradition, congregations exist because of the generous support of our members and friends. It is our privilege and our responsibility to ensure the health and the future of this fellowship. To this end, your offerings support the ministry of this fellowship, whether by pledge or donation, and may be offered online. Several ways you can give. You can drop your donation into the baskets that are being passed around by the greeters. You can mail checks to the office, drop them in the mailbox, or call the office to make other arrangements. We are also equipped to accept donations through the Venmo app. Payments through this app should be made to UUFCC offering. Your generosity is always appreciated. If you are here with us for the very first time, please do not feel obligated to give. Your presence is our gift.
All right, we have a song for this. Okay. This is called Blessed Be. This was written by my friend Shauna Carroll, but I changed the words for the equinox. And anybody know Shauna? Shauna's music? Goes like this. Blessed be. Equinox is perfect balance. Blessed be, for we are one. Let me hear you. Equinox is perfect balance. Blessed be, for we are one. Equinox is perfect balance, blessed be, for we are one. Equinox is perfect balance, blessed be, for we are one. And the love that's everlasting, blessed be, for we are one. And the love that's everlasting, blessed be, for we are one. And the love that's everlasting, blessed be, for we are one. Blessed be. Blessed be. Blessed be. Okay, so I wanted to just have each person say a word. That's our talking stick. So we'll just go around. Can you start? Do you mind starting, Mike? We'll just think for a second. Think about a word or a little phrase like, I am love, or anything, But do you want to? So that's like our talking stick. Each person can be listened to, can be witnessed and heard. So take it away, Mike.
The fall equinox, the summer gardening season has begun.
Okay. Next. Her word is pass. Okay. Oh, you can use the mic. Would it be good to use the mic?
Yeah.
Can we use this one? Or this one?
Actually, wait a minute, Doug's going to bring up the voting.
Okay.
Thank you, Doug.
Chip.
You have to start over.
I forgot. The fall equinox, the summer gardening season has begun again.
Pass. Pass. Harmony.
Bliss.
Appreciation.
I've had the pleasure of being at Stonehenge in September equinox. My word is peace.
Love is my answer.
The rotation of the sun, of the earth going around the sun. Fantastic.
Celebration.
Joy.
Gratitude.
Gratitude. Kindness.
Forgiveness and giving forth.
I'm glad you're here. I needed you.
Oh.
Together we are one.
Welcome, autumn.
Elevated by the spirit of today.
Acceptance.
Community.
It's nice to see autumn again.
Just like our breath, there's a little pause when you inhale, and notice the little pause after we exhale. So that is the symbol of equinox.
A time for Thanksgiving.
Community.
Vulnerability.
Peace and calm.
Joy.
Honor the earth and each other. Friendship. Quietness.
Coping well.
Anticipation of the magic of the total solar eclipse coming October 2nd.
Happy autumnal equinox.
Peace, joy, and love.
My word is a time for change.
Oh, yeah. Doug and Corey.
I go along with a peace and love.
Peace and love, like Ringo. Peace.
Hi.
Not yet. Gratitude, thankfulness, appreciation. Gratitude, thankfulness, appreciation. Gratitude, thankfulness raises my vibration. Gratitude, thankfulness, appreciation. And so we're going to open the circle with a traditional closing. So just pretend we're standing and we're holding hands. Okay, so you're going to repeat after me. By the earth that is her body. By the air that is her breath.
By the air that is her breath.
By the fire that is her bright spirit.
By the fire that is her great spirit.
By the living waters of her womb.
By the living waters of her womb.
The circle is open but unbroken.
The circle is open but unbroken.
May the peace of the goddess go in our hearts.
May the peace of the goddess go in our hearts.
Merry meet and merry part. And merry meet again. Blessed be. Here we go. Blessed be. Sing with me. Blessed be. Harmonies work too. Blessed be. Blessed be. Take it. Okay.
Thank you, Elaine, or Reverend Elaine. So this is the point in time that we talk about the life of community. In the back of your order of service, you'll see the events that are taking place today. There's just a couple of things that I'd like to remind you of or tell you about. November 1st, which I believe is a Friday, I'm having our first auction preparation meeting, and that is, I intend to bring possibly alcohol and snacks so I can attract people to actually come. And so that you'll see that in your calendar going forward, but it has been scheduled for November 1st. We figure everybody will be here by then. And the auction's going to be March 1st, obviously with the theme of Mardi Gras, so it's a party. And we're going to start partying now.
Right now?
Second thing is I have something on the calendar that does not exist. It's October 7th. I was starting yoga, and I found out my yoga instructor cannot this year. And she had to take on some extra work, which took our block of time away from us. So if you know of a yoga instructor who'd like to do yoga from 3 to 3:45 on Monday afternoons in the sanctuary, that'd be great. Let me know.
This would be a great place to do yoga.
It is an awesome place to do yoga. And then I believe, Lori, did you have something you wanted to talk about the town hall?
We will have a town hall today and doing it after the social hall.
It'll be a short town hall. Yeah, not a very long one. So please pay attention to that. I don't know if, and forgive me, I know I'm healing as everybody else is healing. I don't know that we have a lunch bunch today, but if somebody wants to do one, that's more than welcome. You'll have time to organize that after the service. Yes, Laura?
I'd like to say that the town hall has to do with what we've learned from UUA.
Okay, so if you didn't hear, it's the town hall is about what they've learned from UUA. Joseph.
So we're having a climate revival Saturday. We're going to do interesting dialogues between the hours of 1 and 4 next weekend, Saturday. So you can send me an email or you can respond or just show up. And Sunday there'll be a special service devoted to climate change. And Sharon and others have been working on that diligently. So please join us.
It'll be awesome. Please come. So for extinguishing the chalice, Mike, would you mind extinguishing the chalice? I'll read these words. Changes Abound by Michelle Collins. Changes abound around us, within us, between us, in our communities, our neighborhoods, and our beloved faith communities. Changes abound. May we find the balance point we need as we move through our ever-changing world, the balance between old and new, between known and unknown, between the familiar and perhaps bold and risky possibilities that may be there waiting for us. At this point, you may go ahead and wake up your phones, and Rev Elaine is going to sing us out, or something like that.
I think we're going to have a recording of Go Now in Peace, but you all know it? Do you have the recording back there?
I do, but it'll take me a minute to dig for it.
Well, why don't we just sing it? Go now in peace. We can all go. Go now in peace. Let the blood of love surround you everywhere, everywhere we may go. Let's do it one more time. Go now in peace. Go now in peace. Let the spirit of love surround you everywhere, everywhere you may go. Beautiful, everybody. I'm going to be out at my table if anybody wants to talk to me. I have, that puts gas in my car, so that'd be great. Thank you.
Thank you, and join us for coffee and goodies in the social hall. Yeah. Thank you, Rev Elaine.